actress Stormy Daniels. The Manhattan grand jury investigating Trump in this is expected to reconvene next week. And this comes as Trump is escalating his rhetoric against Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg, warning of potential death and destruction if he is indicted. Let's get some legal analysis now from former Manhattan Assistant District Attorney Jeremy Saland. Jeremy, good morning. Thank you for joining us this morning. Let's just look back at this week. I mean, it was quite interesting, right? Because first you had Trump, who was predicting he would be arrested on Tuesday. Clearly that didn't happen. Wednesday, the grand jury didn't meet. Thursday, they met over a different case. And now looking to Monday, the grand jury may convene to hear from an additional witness in this hush money case. So you've worked in this office before. What's your read on what's happening here behind the scenes?
I don't think there's anything atypical happening behind the scenes other than the fact that this is beyond high profile. This is the preeminent case probably that office has seen, or any office, when it involves the former president of the United States. So they need to make sure that all their I's are dotted, their T's are crossed, and anything that can go wrong is addressed in advance. If there's something, an issue of law, if there's another witness, they have to take all the preparations to move forward.
Do you expect this case to wrap up sooner, that an indictment will come down soon, especially with Trump making this prediction?
Well, I think you start off with that premise that the Trump prediction was maybe more of something else, maybe more self-serving to control that narrative because he might be expecting it. It could have been a campaign push. There's a lot of different reasons why he could have done that. I don't rely on anything outside. None of us are in that room. It's a secret proceeding. So there could be more witnesses being called. For that matter, we don't know if there will in fact be an indictment. Certainly the district attorney's office has the ability to withdraw that case if they want to before it's presented and before the grand jury votes. So, could it be this week? Certainly. Could it be not at all? Certainly. But I think if it does happen, I would assume sooner rather than later.
Sure. And on Monday, we should also mention that Michael Cohen's former lawyer, Robert Costello, he testified at the request of Trump's attorneys in an effort to damage Cohen's credibility, who, as you know, is a key witness for the prosecution. What do you think Alvin Bragg's next move might be? Will he call more witnesses or maybe even Michael Cohen back to strengthen his case?
Well, when your witness is challenged and there's issues of credibility, you need to find all the resources you can to bolster that and to corroborate whatever that witness is saying. That very well may be call Michael Cohen back. That very well may be some other independent evidence or something. It could be documentary. It doesn't have to be a person. There could also be another party that none of us know of. And again, I can't stress enough, this is a secret proceeding. And but for the fact that it involves the former president, it's not something that would have a lot of press coverage and we would all know about.
So this is about allegedly falsifying business records, right? It's not about hush money payments. Those are not illegal. I just wanted to ask you this because, we know that no current or former sitting president has ever been indicted for criminal conduct. And I just wonder, what your thoughts on what your thoughts are on, when there's so much more, I guess, more serious allegations, for lack of a better term, that are he's being investigated for, including, overturning a presidential election or his potential role in January 6th, or even, his potential mishandling of classified documents. Do you think breaking precedent for, quote unquote, a lesser crime would be worth it?
Worth it's a relative term. And also, none of this is mutually exclusive. Just because you may have committed a crime in place A and done something wrong in place B does not mean in place C that shouldn't be pursued or prosecuted. It needs to rise and fall on its own merit. And I think it's critically important to recognize that there's no greater currency than the public trust. So I would assume that the Manhattan District Attorney's Office is not going to expend that currency on something that shouldn't be prosecuted. That being said, while the benefit of the doubt may now be to the investigation, their burden always remains the same. Donald Trump, just like anyone else, is innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. So to say because there are other investigations and other potential crimes, this is not worth it, I don't think that's a fair, analysis. So they're doing what they think is right. A jury, if it gets to that point, will make the determination if they're correct.
Fair enough. Jeremy Saland, appreciate your perspective. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Still ahead, more than a dozen Ukrainian civilians killed in Russian shelling as the battle for the key city of Bakhmut continues. We are live in